Got another weird dream for you, man. So just woke up. You know, I've had weird dreams every once in a while. You know, I have those. So anyway, first thing is I'm living in Norway, and you know I've got a buddy in Norway, and he's married, and he introduced me, you know, a year ago or whatever to this chick, and she's my girlfriend currently, and you know we're living in Norway. And second thing is, Norway is communist in this dream, and third thing is, my friend's wife comes over to visit my girlfriend. And they're talking for a while. You know, she comes in, knocks on the door. They're talking for a while, and I'm sitting in my easy chair, you know, a nice lazy boy type chair. And she comes over and says, "Oh, what a nice new chair!" And you know, she's looking at it and looking at it and looking at it. And she looks at the back of the chair, and she notices that Nicole Thermal's name is stenciled in the back. You know, the new interim leader of the NDP. And I guess the reason I'm in Norway is because I fled Canada because Canada became communist, but even more communist than Norwegian socialism communism is. But the one trait that both countries have a joint project on is making chairs for people. Because for whatever reason, the two governments decided that being communist nations, the way to get the best prosperity out of the country is to ensure that after a hard day work, a man can go home, sit in his easy chair, and be comfortable. So they spent billions on research on easy chairs, how to make them perfect, and comfortable, and flawless in their shape and size. And each chair is custom made for the person involved, right? So in this particular case, this chair was made for Nicole Thermal. But being a communist nation, they get it wrong all the time. And Nicole Thermal couldn't stand sitting in the chair, even though she's the leader of the NDP, and therefore the NDP are ruling Canada, and the leader of the country, and she was too ashamed to sell it in Canada, so she sold it to me, a friend who's living in Norway, so that it wouldn't get into the media eye and so forth, right? And everybody else does this. Everybody sells the chairs, right? But my girlfriend's friend, which is my friend's wife, sees this, and she gets a little bit of a snide look. She's never liked me. She has a snide look. And she's talking as she leaves the house, and I'm thinking, oh, Christ, she's going to report me. And so I chase after her down the road in my car. And she drives like 3 or 4 blocks and gets to my friend's house. And I get in my car and run up to the house. And just as she gets in the house, she shuts the door and locks it, goes in and picks up the phone. And then she gives me a real evil look on the phone. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, she's going to call the authorities. And so she picks up the phone. She starts to dial. She's calling the authorities. She's giving me this evil eye while she's doing it. And then she closes the curtains, right? And I'm thinking, Christ. And then I think, oh, wait. I got lots of time. And it's because, again, it's a communist nation, and it's going to take 2-3 hours for them to answer. They're very inefficient. Answer the phone, take the report, and everything. So, you know, I've got time, right? And so I start banging on the door of the house, and I'm pulling on it, and I realize this is a Norwegian house. This is made by little Norwegian people that don't even know, you know, I'm Canadian, you know, and so I just start banging and smashing on this house, and it starts to give way, right? And I'm ripping chunks of masonry off the house, and big pieces of wood are flying over my shoulders. I'm ripping them off the house. And so the media comes because the media, you know, hears all this ruckus. People hear this ruckus. They call the media. And now I'm on 24/7 Norwegian television. You know, the helicopters flying by and everything. And I'm on TV, and I'm ripping apart chunks of the house. And then the structural engineers all come because they're worried. Because in Norway, the way that you make a house earthquake-proof is to make sure that a Canadian can't rip it down. And so the structural engineers come over because they're worried. Oh my God, this Canadians rip it down the house. It's not going to withstand an earthquake. We're all going to lose our jobs. So the head of the Royal Norwegian Society of Structural Engineers is there, and they all have beards, you know, those sort of like you know, pointy beards, you know, and they're all stroking them and going, interesting. You know, like I'll rip a chunk of something off, and they'll go, and you know, I'll rip something. Oh, look at that. You know, and they'll make notes, really quick notes. We should boy up that part of the house. You know, this kind of thing. So they're making the house Canadian proof as I'm ripping this apart. They're figuring out better ways to improve them, making them thereby earthquake-proof, right? And I finally ripped the full front of the house. I just screamed, and I rolled the front of the house, and I'm mad and pissed off. You know, and I looked in, and there's nobody there. And what happened is my friend, somehow, it's Dream World, right? He had changed the numbers on the houses while I was ripping it apart or something. And I look over, and he sticks his head into his house and laughs his ass off. Right, just in good-natured laugh, but laughing because I got you, man, kind of thing. And then the authorities show up, and they arrest me, and they put me on a Norwegian talk show circuit as penance for a year. I have to go across the country for a year on a talk show circuit. That's my penance. I have no idea either why I had that dream. I'll talk to you later.